Good afternoon, captains. The reason we're doing this mission in the afternoon is because every Thursday, Cryptic does what they call their shard maintenance. And what that is I guess they're maintaining the servers or updating software. And afterwards, usually the server's pretty fucked up. There's so many people have been waiting to play, I guess. So hopefully this will work properly. Because some Thursdays it doesn't work very well. Also, just want to show you the ship here. I've got a couple very rare phaser beam arrays up front. I've fitted the quantum torpedo launcher up front and 3 common phaser beam arrays in the back. And my tactical consoles is a very rare phaser damage plus 22% and a plus 8.8% beam weapon damage. I have a tactical console I could put in there that give me a plus 15% quantum projectile weapon damage, but we're just going to go with the plus 8.8 beam weapon damage, and hopefully that'll work for us. We also have a very rare neutronium alloy engineering console and a very rare science field generator Mark 8. Gives me a plus 15% shield capacity, so I'm hoping that's going to be good. A very rare protonic prototype gravitic modulation impulse engine, and rare shields, covariant shield array, which are pretty good shields. So let's dive right into the next mission. Oh, let's check out the duty officers first. We've got 12 complete. Okay, we were just given heavy phaser satellite turret, which we will immediately equip. That'll give us extra phasers. So we'll take off the engine battery, put the phasers in there. They're good to have. Now we've got blockbuster phasers. Okay, back to the duty officers. Okay, we've just been given another duty officer, I believe. Your considerable accomplishments are acknowledged. Development rank 1. And now we can buy another duty officer. Under development, we got a research lab scientist, a gravimetric scientist, chance to create an aftershock gravity well. What else we got here? Biologists, advisors. Okay, I like the first guy. Daron Thizer, gravimetric scientist. Chance to create an aftershock gravity well. Let's just go with that one. Okay, I'll send out the new duty officers a little later. going on with my ship here. Okay. Let's jump into the next mission. Okay, we're going to do something a little different today. The next mission is actually the Vault. But it's a shuttlecraft mission, and I am about 4,000 energy credits away from buying a runabout. Instead of doing the mission in just a normal shuttle, I'd like to do it in a runabout. It's funner and a little easier. So when we get those credits, we'll come back and do the Vault. But we're going to skip ahead to Mine Enemy. Reports of illegal weapons use on Fahar lead you to evidence of greater atrocities. Hail, Starfleet.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the Vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Riemanns are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Looks like we get no good rewards for this one except for a Horda hatchling. A non-combat pet. Oh well. You can walk around Starfleet with it or something, I guess. Oh, will you look at that? We just happen to be at the Fahar system. Fahar 1. The unusual gravitational harmonics of the planetoids of the Fahar system are believed to be due to the elongated elliptical orbit of Fahar 2. However, Federation's researchers in the system have recently detected something that could be dark matter nebula. The presence of an anomaly of that type could be affecting the harmonics of all the planetoids. The Federation Science Council is constructing a Metreon fountain on Fahar in an effort to learn more about the nebula. Begin at Mine Enemy. Should be fun. We get to deal with Ferengi. They're always a laugh. Captain, the Riemanns are targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have its exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all the moons in the system are inhabited and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We'll need to contact each moon to try to determine which ones the Riemanns were actually targeting. Hail the moon. You stuck your nose in our business for the last time, Starfleet. All ships, attack, attack.
Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Can't get used to how slow these cruisers turn. I need something to really boost the turn rate if I'm gonna get anywhere in this game. Hail Moon Leoa. This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Starfleet allowed. They're not very hospitable around here, are they? This is a dangerous area, and it's only gotten worse since the destruction of Romulus. It might be difficult to get someone to trust us. Hail Moon Kowal. Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite. We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, you Starfleet types are so fond of your away teams, could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you? We're ready to beam down on your command, Captain. Ooh, I'm only taking my first officer with me? Who else can I take? Now it's going to patch 25 files. This could take a minute. Every Thursday. They just keep adding files, adding files. The servers slow down. But you gotta say, the game is a lot better than it was even a year ago. I started playing in January of 2015, and even the game has seemed slightly better since then, with the way they redid sector space and all. Okay, we're patching 6 files now. Okay, let's spend some skill points that we all of a sudden got here. What can we spend it on? Engine performance. Yeah, how about some hull plating? Sounds good. Okay, let's find this Madran guy. Get some bearings here. On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Fahar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Trania stash with you. So why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business? Of course, I've heard you are an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others in this sector? Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of my goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need. Do you have any more information about the mines themselves? I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts, and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business, and I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live here near my quarters used to keep me up all night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale? Thanks, but I'd rather talk to the miners first. Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it. I just have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Madron won't answer any questions about why the Remans might be targeting this place for fear of scaring us away from a possible sale. Perhaps if we ask some of the locals about what's going on here, they'll be able to provide more information.
Enemy targets uncensored.
I'm sorry, I can't really talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start working on a new mine shaft. Is there anything I can do to help? As much as I appreciate someone else to lug around this heavy equipment, it's all very delicate and I'd only trust a capable scientist to help me. Science training is required to complete this optional objective. If I encounter someone who can help, I'll send them your way. Well, I'm not a science officer, I'm only a tactical officer, so I'll have to do something else. Jolan True, stranger. Have you always lived here? My family and I have been here all our lives. It's a hard life, but it's all I know. My mother used to tell me tales of the homeworld. She'd talk about the plazas and ragtag or vacations she spent with her father on the shores of the Apnex Sea, and she would tell me about my father who gave up his place in the military evacuation ship so she could live. He never knew he had a child. She would tell me all these stories, and later, when she thought I was asleep, she would cry. Holy fuck. Tell me about Madran. He charges us too much, pays too little. He is like everyone else in this world, out for himself. But he doesn't let us starve, and if a child needs medicine, they get it. Many here grumble and hate him, but I cannot. If I were in his position and his life was in my hands, can I say that I would act differently than he does? What else can you tell me about this area? Stay in the settlement, don't go down into the mine, and whatever you do, don't leave this area. I do not wish you harm, stranger, and there are many dangers here. There is a group, they rule the mine, and they are dangerous. Even Madran feels it. If you avoid them, they will ignore you. Defy them, and they will turn on you. Last week, a good man died because he would not give them what they wanted. He was not the first. There are many monsters on this moon that you would be wise to avoid. Outside of the settlement, there are packs of wild animals. If you take a wargull from its mother when it's very young, it can be tamed. If you wait too long, they are savage. Packs of wild wargull roam the edges of the settlement. Often they prowl the refuge piles looking for scraps of food. A pack of wargulls can kill even a strong man. You must be careful when you are in their territory. And they're not the only monsters here. The miners tell stories about creatures made of stone who can burn you to cinders. I have not seen one of these creatures myself, but I know that many people who enter the mine do not leave it. Sounds like a hoarder to me. Have you seen anyone suspicious around here? You are the first outsider I have seen in a long time. There is no reason for anyone to want to come here. I can't talk to you. I can't talk to anyone. I'm on the run, and if those thugs see me talking to you, then you'll be in danger too. Tactical. Is there anything I can do to help? I need someone who's not afraid of a fight. There's a group here that are beating and stealing from us. Madran doesn't do anything to stop it. For all I know, he's getting a cut of everything they take. They're making life miserable for all of us. Would you be willing to help? Sure thing, man. There is a group of bullies that have been stealing from us. We don't give them what they want, they beat us. I had a friend, all he was trying to do was feed his family, be a good man. He had an old bottle of ale. He said it was from the homeworld. One of the thugs wanted it. Now my friend is dead. I'm too weak to stop them, I know that. And now I have my friend's children to feed in addition to my own. If someone were to teach them a lesson, this camp would be a better place for all of us.
Enemy targets on sensor. Personal shield losing power.
Did we talk to her already? What are you doing here? It's a long story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community on Virinat, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since. kind of work do you do? I'm a biochemist by trade. I specialize in hemocyanin, a division of hematology working with copper-based blood. On VIRNet, I handle a lot of issues related to food compatibility and local biochemistry. These days, I mostly handle minor medical issues and nutritional deficiencies for people living here. I've managed to stay out of debt, but I can't afford passage off this moon, and I don't know how long that will last. Have you heard anything strange locally? This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. That Ferengi, Madran, rides everyone hard to make a profit, but just when it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. There's something deeper in those mines, I'm sure of it. Oh, that was brilliant. Probably no way to get out of there. Oh, here we go. Close one.
Personal shield losing power.
Just taking down thugs. Is that even legal? Are they stunned? Are they dead? What the hell's going on? Talked to her already. Alright. Let's follow one of these here. Which way am I going? Reeve, you know where you are? Let's go this way. I think we talked to him already, didn't we? Thank you. Those guys have been giving everyone a lot of trouble. These thugs are part of a larger group that operates deep inside the mine. They control the lower levels. No one goes down there uninvited, ever comes back. I don't know what's so important down there that it's worth hurting us to protect it. Maybe if you went down there you could get some answers. I don't have time to talk to you right now. I need to repair this drill so I can make a living. Is there anything I can do to help? Not unless you know an engineer who's willing to take a few moments out of their busy schedule to help me fix this hunk of junk. Engineering training is required to complete this optional objective. If I encounter anyone who can help, I'll send them your way. Please, have you seen my brother? Why isn't it safe to be in the mine? There's a group of people down there who treat the mine like it's their own. I don't know why Madren tolerated them, but they make life miserable for the rest of us. They steal and they terrorize the weak. Once I saw them dragging a woman into the lower levels, and I never saw her again. She wasn't the only one. Many people have disappeared. I thought if my brother and I kept our heads down that we would be safe, but maybe they took them. Murderers. If they've killed my brother, I'll kill them all. Alright. Tell me about your life here. My life is unimportant. It's my brother. I can't find him. Maybe I can help. How long has he been missing? I last saw him 2 days ago. Madren assigned both of us to work in the upper levels of the mine. Toshin's drill bit broke and he needed a new one. I know I should have went with him. It's not safe to be in the mine alone now he's gone. Is there anything else I should know? If you go into the mine, watch for the silver spheres. They are creatures in the dark, devils. They are made of stone. Nothing can hurt them and their touch burns. I have seen them moving around in the tunnels. Anywhere you see the silver spears, the monsters are not far away. Use the heavy crates for that shipment of... Oh, couldn't read it, sorry. Right away, sir. You want to go into the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite, or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately they've been more trouble than they're worth, and the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of Deferi space? Investigate the restricted area of the mine. I'll take that information to heart. Leave now. do you want? I'd like to enter this area. This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter. I don't like you. Maybe if you get to know me a little better, you'd learn to like me. You don't belong here, and I'm done talking with you. Leave now or suffer the consequences. It's been a pleasure wasting my time with you. What do you want? For you to get out of my way.
Enemy targets on sensor. Enemy targets on sensor. Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
Captain, there are a series of pressure plates located in this area. They're low tech, but the Romulans may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans will want to eliminate badly enough to use Thalaron weapons, it has to be here. We're gonna have to figure out how to use the pressure plates to reveal whatever the Romulans are trying to hide. I suspect that we need to activate 2 of them to open the door.
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there's a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There
them.
is much here you do not understand, Janek. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians! Their blood is on our hands!
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Fuck, what an asshole. The analysts in this room look completely engaged in their work. I wouldn't be surprised if we can sneak past them without being noticed.
I almost feel sorry for you. But I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakeev has his way, we all will.
Shield losing power.
Enough! I surrender. I value my life more than the Tal Shiar's secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first you must tell me why you are here and what you want.
Why does the Riemann Resistance want to destroy this base?
The Remans know about this base? Impossible. Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you. But it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here, nothing more. There are many targets those Riemann scum would find much more tempting.
Diplomacy. I'll need more than your word that this base is as harmless as you say.
Colonel Hakeev will want my blood for this, but take my security code. You can use it to access the control room. You'll find everything you're looking for there.
Read logs on Romulan Empire activity. Listening post Hephaestus. Observed from holofeed on Rator 3. Increased power use in Royal Palace indicates that lower levels may be in use. Senator Shemek is accepting bribes in exchange for slowing progress on trade agreements. Erosion representatives met with Sela. Riemann representative removed from Senate chamber. Opposition leader Titan assassinated. 3 reunification proponents arrested. Agents for Sela met with True Way leaders near Badlands. Read logs on Tau Dawa activity. Observed from live intelligence in Republic space. Archaeological activity indicates that a recent excavation has revealed an unexpected high-value find. Attempts to capture colonists of putative Mol Rihan meeting with resistance from mixed forces. Federation Star Base 234 engaging in defensive training exercises. Long-range social destabilization of a Camarian culture underway. Tholian activity correlated with temporal anomalies near Azura Nebula. Cloaked assets monitoring construction of listening posts in Jurat system. There's a wealth of information here, eh? Read logs on Starfleet activity. Observed from captured holofeed in Earth space dock. Captain Sulu has applied for transfer to the front lines of the Klingon conflict. Admiral Quinn under medical care for heart condition. Intercepted Starfleet medical records indicate that the condition is fully treatable and not suitable target for exploitation. 7th Fleet entered neutral zone as part of a routine series of exercises. Franklin Drake heading extended operation in Eta Eridani. Starfleet Command considering new tactics in conflicts with the True Way. Starfleet intelligence concerned with rise in war profiteering by independent Ferengi and Thopterians. Hey, get out of my way, motherfucker. Read logs on Klingon Empire activity. Observe from holofields on Kronos. Chancellor Jimpak facing increasing challenges from members of the High Council loyal to House of Martok. Alliance between House Jimpak and House of Duras is weak. Situation is highly exploitable. Recommend we seek agents on Kronos. Many members of discommendated House of Torg have been absorbed into House of Duras. KDF leadership angered by High Council's mandate to work more closely with Klingon intelligence. Vekleri forces in region massing under new leadership. Melanie Diane seen entering home of Drek, son of Martok. Gorn push for representative on High Council rejected. Read logs on Borg activity. Observe from captured holo recordings in the Delta Quadrant. Resistance is futile. Read logs on True Way activity. Observe from holofeed on Cardassia Prime. Depata Council petitions Federation to fund Lacarian city infrastructure projects. 47 injured in bombing at University of Kulat. True Way claims responsibility for attack. Depata Council passes bill allowing Cardassian government to seize assets of persons convicted of terrorist activity. Councillor Miriam Akanda resigns. Starfleet sending advisors to Cardassia Prime to assist government on security issues. Councillor Avala introduces resolution calling for Cardassia to apply for Federation membership. Bill stalls in committee. Ministry of Trade extends agreements with Ferengi to market Cardassian-made transport vessels and phaser banks. Read logs on listening post Hephaestus activity. Observe from holofeed and listening post Hephaestus. Janek is fighting with Hakiv again. Hakiv takes shuttle and leaves space for 2 days. Long-range sensors mark his progress in neutral zone. 6 miners held for questioning. Chief Medical Officer reports 2 cases of Levodian flu. 6 encrypted messages sent from Colonel Hakiv's console to unknown recipient. Recommend that transmissions be investigated further.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation, but I have much to do and little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
What the? Download the Tal Shiar records. Okay, the reactor is going critical. We need to get out of here, but not before we find out what's so important that Akib that he destroyed this base to protect it. Download Tal Shiar records. We need to get out of here, but not before we find out what's so important to Hakim that he destroyed this base to protect it. Search the database for any important files. Oh, I guess we didn't. Okay, sorry for the escape from the mine. Let's get the fuck out of here! Whoa, close one. Okay, confront Medan about the Tal Shiar base. What does that little bastard have to say about all this? My mine, what have you done to my mine? There was an infestation of Tal Shiar spies in there. I just fumigated. Or, I didn't do anything. It was the Tal Shiar cell you were sheltering. Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if, say, you didn't find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember that I have an exclusive contract. Stop the lies, Madran. I know you knew and what was down there. And what's that to you? This is a rough area of the quadrant, you know, and they're good neighbors, if you're not easily embarrassed. Their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since we moved in, and it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business. Do you know anything about what they recently discovered? Unfortunately, no, I'll admit. I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janek and Hakiv were barely speaking, and once I heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know the Tal Shiar take security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that, I speak from experience. Now, if you excuse me, I have to talk to 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined. Treat those miners well, Madren, or I'll be back. Madrin doesn't seem to know much, Captain, or at least he's not willing to part with what information he knows without being paid. I don't think he can help us anymore. We should return to the ship and try our luck at deciphering the files we recovered from the Tal Shiar. I'm sure that they will be more useful than anything Madrin has to say. Go to your ready room or conference room and decrypt the Tal Shiar files. To reach your ready room or conference room, first exit the system. When you are in sector space, click the down arrow on the right side of your minimap and select Visit the Bridge. Okay, that's cool. I think this will be the first time we've been on the bridge. And we get to go to the ready room. Okay, this is our bridge, everyone, of the USS Leviathan. There's Flores. Let's see here. There's Card back there. Another science officer. There's Emmett. There's Travell. And there's Zarba. Awesome. Wrong chair, buddy. There we go. Captain in the captain's chair. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? How would you like to be a captain of a ship like that? That would be awesome. It's a same class of ship as the Enterprise D, but as you can see, the interior is a little different than Picard's ship, Enterprise D. This is more of a battle ship, or a battle cruiser, than his was more of the exploration cruiser, I guess. So my weapons well outgun Picard's weapons. Good morning, Captain. Is this a social call or business? How can I assist the Federation? That didn't do anything. Access library files. Decipher Tal Shiar files. Whoa. 5 files uploaded. Let me just check one of them anyways. Emperor Kalis has been spotted in Breen space. Chancellor Jimpok has potential adversary in Gerard. House of Torg was brought before the High Council for commendation by the House of Martok. The Forcus 2 Batleth tournament has a new champion. Analyze file structure. Cross-reference. Analyze file structure. No anonymous data structure is found in the file. File is referenced by another file. Reciprocity. Cross-reference with Starfleet records. Inaccuracy found. The House of Torg lost its seat on the Klingon High Council after evidence was revealed that House leaders collaborated with Romulans to attack the House of Martok. Okay, change faulty information. Commendation, acts of treason. Changes made, updates detected. Okay, select new file. File is encrypted using a multivariable passkey that references the other files uploaded. Okay, what does that mean? Inaccuracy found. Ambassador Soketh was revealed to be an Undine infiltrator after a Starfleet vessel transported him to the monastery of Bajem. Federation embassy established on Defira Prime. Federation Council extends aid to Cardassia Prime and agrees to continue defense pact. Klingon Federation peace talks disrupted on Regulus 4. Ambassador Soketh retires. Okay, change fault information. Ambassador Soketh exposed that. Okay. Open file reciprocity. Analyze structure. Okay. Apply passkey. Updated passkey applied. Okay. Now with open file referendum. Senate votes to give Empress Sheila power to override rulings of imperial courts. Ambassador Jurok visits Zandoria. Riemann rebels attack transports in Iota Pavonis. Senate ratifies new tax on dilithium. Ambassador Jurok visits Zandoria. Change faulty information. Ambassador Jurok visits Kronos. Revert changes. Wolf 359. No. That didn't help. Vulcan? Yes. Vulcan. Okay. Open file, reciprocity. Analyze file structure. Apply passkey. Analyze file structure. Apply passkey. Nothing's happening there. Precedence. What's this one? Analyze file structure. Change faulty information. Fuck, how am I supposed to do this? Revert changes. Oh. That's not it. Oh, that looks like it. Open file reciprocity. Analyze file structure. Apply passkey. Okay. Secret Riemann base detected in Dira system. Listening post Hephaestus has detected an increase in subspace communication and ships traveling to and from the Dira system. Analysis of communications and ship traffic reveals patterns of obfuscation normally employed by Riemann forces. Tal Shiar forces then intercepted a ship leaving the Dara system and captured 47 Riemann civilians. The passengers and crew were summarily executed under orders of Colonel Hakiv, but the captain and first officer were preserved for questioning. Bastards. Under interrogation, the captain of the Riemann vessel provided a security key that could be used to decipher encrypted communication sent to the Dara system. The encrypted messages prove that there is a base in the area of space being used by the Riemann resistance. Recommendation: Tal Shiar's ship should be sent to the Dara system immediately to capture this base and its inhabitants. The Tal Shiar is planning an attack on a Riemann base. We need to get this information to Admiral Tanay at Starbreeze 39 Sierra immediately. Report to Admiral Tanay. Pretty cool looking ready room, right? What's this over here? Bank account? Cannot access the bank account at this time. Okay. Probably because we're at warp.
The Tal Shiar records you recovered showed that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Riemanns for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thalaron weapons in the Bahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
Congratulations, Captain.
I can't decide what skills to get. Now, in the long run, shield performance is always good. The hull plating is always good. We'll fill those up a little bit before we anything else, I think. Alright, everybody's up to date now. I think our ship is up to date. Okay. Secured the Hithar system. I guess we did that. System patrol. Okay. Okay, Hithar System Patrol. Captain, Federation scientists studying the unusual gravitational harmonics of the system are reporting attacks by Romulan raiders. The Romulans claim that they are searching for planetoids or for relics from sundering, but they're doing is attacking our researchers and capturing their supplies. Romulan legends may say that this system was once one of the stopping points on their ancestors' exodus from Vulcan, but they are now using those myths to justify killing our people. If we don't stop them, the science teams on those planetoids won't be able to hold out for long. Secure Hithar system. Okay, well, we can do that. Captain, the Federation scientists studying the unusual gravimetrical harmonics of the system are reporting attacks by Romulan raiders. The Romulans claim that they are searching the planetoids for relics from the sundering, but all they're doing is attacking our researchers and capturing their supplies. Romulan legends may say that the system was one of their stopping points on their ancestors' exodus from Vulcan, but they are now using those myths to justify killing our people. If we don't stop them, the science teams on those planetoids won't be able to hold out long. Oh, we just read that. Sorry about that. engines. Let's just check that out here. Hold on a second. We just dropped the console and better engines. Check out this Starship hull repair. Hey. Instead of, yeah, common might be better. Engineering console. Oh, we need that flight turn rate. Shit. Okay. My current engines are slightly better turn rate, but the new engines have a higher flight speed, a higher full impulse flight speed, which might be good. Slightly less turn rate, which I don't like. Let me think about this for a second. It's a Mark 8 replacing a Mark 6.
Target shields have failed.
Stuck in his tracking beams.
75%.
Tracking beam mines. Not anymore. Man, that wasn't very difficult, was it? Okay, complete. Long-range scans are clear, Captain. The science teams send their thanks. Okay, so that's the end of that mission. We'll report back here 0600 hours tomorrow morning, and we'll continue on. So let me just see how much energy credits I have, if I have enough to buy a runabout yet. No, not yet. Need about another 2,000 energy credits, then we can buy the runabout and then get back to the vault. Okay, well, have a good night, and like I said, 0600 tomorrow morning. Oh, let's report the Starfleet, sorry. Scanning indicates that the Fahar system is secure. Good job. Okay, now we got some money.
Congratulations, Captain.
And a promotion. And some skill points. Let's put one on Starship engine performance, and we're good to go. Okay, that's the end of this, and we'll see you tomorrow.